And welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be a recast because, well, the first attempt was very jumpy. The fights and the panning of the camera kind of made it very, I don't know, it made the experience subpar, I think. So I'm going to cast again. This is going to be between OrcWorker and WarchiefRich. This is from the Gera Cup, number 57. This is game 4 of the finals. I don't exactly know the score, so let's just assume that this is just a normal game from W3 Arena, which is basically where I got my replay from. So yeah, WarchiefRich spawning in as the blue knight of play on the bottom right. He is going to be close spawned with his opponent, OrcWorker, the yellow orc player in the bottom right as well. Ancient War creeping at the ogre camp, which might spell danger for WarchiefRich's future, as if his opponent spots a close spawn, it might be rather difficult to defend, as an Ancient of War is a pretty good defender if you didn't know. Of course, it can uproot itself and basically act as a very tanky unit. I'm not sure if it deals that much damage, but yeah, it can soak up a lot as well. Peon is going to spot this most likely. It should. I mean, after seeing those wisps right there. Oops. He didn't exactly spot the base, but he should have seen those wisps, and he is going to back out right now. Blade Master coming out for Worker, and Demon Hunter coming out for WarchiefRich. Wisp was going for a cross spawn scouting, but after seeing the peon so early on, he is going to make it 180 and go right at the base. So we do have a Grunt and a Blade Master coming out right now, and this is most likely going to be going after those wisps at the base of WarchiefRich. Ancient of War has started its creeping pattern, and the Demon Hunter is here to get the ogre with the item, most likely. I think that's the ogre with the item first. Nope, that is actually not the ogre with the first item. So it's gonna take a while. The Blade Master has started his harassment. The item is going to be a Ring of Protection, so not particularly useful. WarchiefRich is doing a pretty good job rotating out his wisp. Of course, he is gonna run out of slots, so I mean, that was maybe excessive micro, but oh well, it seems like Worker going after those wisps at the trees, where it is pretty far away from the gold mine, unable to rotate them out. And another Windwalk strike here. WarchiefRich is going to Moonwell. No, he is going to actually build a Moonwell. The close Moonwell does not exactly have the necessary mana. And what happened here? Oh, yikes. Ancient of War got destroyed. I guess this one grunt got the wisp kill there, so that explains how this Blade Master already got 25 experience. But yeah, with the blockage of the Moonwall, nicely done there from WarchiefRich, forcing a TP scroll to be burnt by the Blade Master. I do apologize for missing this. There was a bit of action here. It's kind of the downside of having too much action, I guess. You miss a lot. So Tree of Ages has started, and Stronghold is also underway as well. Ancient of War being replaced just to create a couple of archers, I guess. Not sure. Yeah, not sure if it's going to be used for anything else. Of course, it could act as a defender, like I said before, but yeah, you'd want to save your resources to either go double Ancient Wind or double Ancient of Law. It doesn't seem like a Hunter's Soul is being placed down, so it is going to be double Ancient of Wind, and the Blade Master is sacrificing a lot of health just to get this item. It is going to be a Ring of Protection, so not particularly worth the health expended on the Blade Master. And he's already used 2 salve charges here, so he needs to be a little careful. He doesn't have a Windwalk because of the mana burn, but he is going to pop the salve. Can easily be interrupted by a mana burn from the Demon Hunter. Is that going to happen? Maybe, maybe not. Nope, it is going to happen, and yep, another salve being burnt there. So he only has 2 charges left.
Is under siege.
Yeah, extremely inefficient, especially since he didn't sell the TP scroll. He had to be, he was forced to use it, so he doesn't have that luxury to keep burning salves. And here we go here, Demon Hunter is going to engage in combat, cancelling the healing salve once again, and now, oh, that's so sad to see. The second last charge gets interrupted very soon, and that, I don't know, it's rather inefficient to burn salves like that, but it just can't be helped. WarchiefRich is being a pest with his Demon Hunter. Anyway, tier 2 has been completed for Worker, and we are going to have the Spirit Lodge Bestiary, and the Terran Chieftain is coming out for him as well. It seems like WarchiefRich going for possibly a Beastmaster as his second hero, and the Double Ancient of Winds should be placed down as we have the Beastmaster coming out. And aggressive move there from WarchiefRich. He doesn't have that much. Sure, he did burn quite a bit off of Worker salves, but we still have a couple of battle stationed Orc burrows available, so not sure how much he can get out of this. He can sure engage combat against those units, but probably not in the range of those Orc burrows. And here we go here, it seems like both heroes are engaging in combat. Shockwave coming down onto the Demon Hunter, but the Blade Master gets taken out, and the Demon Hunter is able to burn that TP scroll. Nicely timed there from WarchiefRich. Possibly could have done it earlier. I mean, there's no downside to having the Demon Hunter not attacking. It seems like the Blade Master was pretty much dead. No sort of instant healing from the Orc player just yet. I don't think he was able to purchase a health potion either. And we are going to have the Blade Master, who is level 2, going to be revived through the Tavern. Ancient War creeping being used to clear out the Scariganta Sea Turtle camp. It seems like Worker is just going to be focusing on leveling up his Terran Chieftain. Yeah, not a good start from Worker, despite being the aggressor early on, I guess. Level 2 on the Beastmaster, he got himself the greater mana potion, so pretty good for himself. Maybe he needs a little bit more intelligence to maximize the usage out of that, but nevertheless it's always a good item to have, especially since it's ideal to spam those Quill Beasts. Terran Chieftain is going to start out with this Watcher Ward camp, pulling it out for the optimal position. Of course, Watcher Wards in this circumstance is not too effective since both players are on the same side. It's very unlikely that they would actually go over the wards, so unless they go into shop, then it doesn't really matter too much. Berserker's Staff has been purchased for the Beastmaster, and the Beastmaster is going to get himself interrupted on the Clarity Potion.
The player's forces are under attack.
So a little bit of payback from the Blade Master after WarchiefRich burnt all those salves, but yeah, he's not going to be able to get the killing blow on the Beastmaster, sadly. There are those Moonwells available as well. Tier 3 has been completed, so the Orb of Venom has been purchased, and we have a couple of Druids of Talents already. Hawk is going to be placed in the air, and it is going to pretty much drive away that Blade Master. It seems like the Terran Chieftain is going to start out with this Ogre Warrior camp. Does he have enough units? He does have a couple of tier 2 units, but yeah, his Terran Chieftain's going to tank quite a bit. Shockwave, not too devastating there, but we might have a surround on this Ogre Lord. Nope. He is going to run right through the gap there, and he is going to take a couple more seconds to finish off. Of course, he does have the Rune of Regen, so when he drops that, pretty much all the damage taken will pretty much just be healed up right away. There we go, Rune of Healing. And basically acts as a free scroll of healing, I guess. The item is going to be the Helmet of Valor, so +4 strength and +4 agility, so probably the ideal item for the Blade Master particularly, so he will be glad to have that, especially since he didn't exactly pick up a Claws of Attack, so yeah. WarchiefRich is starting out his own Ogre Lord camp as well. He's gonna gonna be pretty easy since he's gonna have his Quill Beast tank that up, and of course the Fairy Fire, Focus Fire from the Druids of Talon is pretty effective. Item is gonna be the Cloak of Flames being given over to the Demon Hunter, so he is pretty much full abilities, I guess. It pretty much acts as an alternative to Immolation. So he has both evasion. Oh, he has evasion, mana burn, and immolation right now. Not sure how useful Cloak of Flames is going to be exactly, but it's nice to have. Every little bit counts, I guess. We have a Bat Rider. Don't know why. Maybe just to scout out his opponent. Of course, Bat Riders are cheaper than Wyverns, so that is a cheaper alternative. But then again, you can have your Blade Master running around with Windwalker to scout out anyway. Maybe he's scared of a Hawk, I don't know. Invuln Potion gets picked up here, but this is not a good fight for WarchiefRich. He is going to be forced to use that Invuln and TP out, so yeah, not a fortunate scenario for WarchiefRich. He probably should have backed as soon as he saw that Bat Rider. Like, he himself knows how low his Demon Hunter is, so yeah, it's not like Worker's gonna let that slide. He is gonna take every opportunity to just to win, I guess. So yeah, 59 versus 49 here. So Worker is slightly ahead. Not sure if he's in control right now, because he's not laying down any pressure, I guess. Level 3 Beastmaster, he does have the Frenzy Beast out in the field as well. Bat Rider is gonna get picked off. Yeah, this is not looking good, especially since I don't think there's a TP scroll for the Orc player. He is gonna be forced to run back home, but how much damage can the Night Elf player do? I think his targets are the Orc burrows there, and we have a couple of crows in the air, most likely getting down, and they're gonna target the Orc burrows right about now. The Orc burrows are indeed heavy damage, so they do take, or heavy armor, so they take increased damage from magic, but the Orc army is trying to converge. They're dealing with the Pocket Factory. Probably should go after those Druids instead. How much damage can this go down on the Orc player? It seems like pretty much every single Orc burrow has been taken down, and the TP scroll will be used to retreat. So yes, every single Orc burrow was destroyed. Of course, we do have this one that was under construction, but basically that's a huge blow on Worker. Not only does he have to be stuck with his current army, he has to spend so much gold and lumber trying to replace those Orc burrows that have been lost. Meanwhile, WarchiefRich can pretty much just go for a second attack again, lower his opponent's numbers, retreat, attack again. Like, it's gonna take a while for those Orc burrows to be replaced, and it's gonna take even longer to get those resources back to replenish an army. So yeah, pretty devastating attack from WarchiefRich. All he lost was a couple of Druids. Surprisingly enough, Worker's gonna be the one to go on the offensive here. He does have a couple of raiders, he can burn a couple of buildings, but can he deal with an army from the Night Elf player? Good Shockwave dealing a reasonable amount of health damage on those units. Pocket Factory is going to get its full value, I guess. Not being focused down by any of those Orc units, they're actually just going to go to the side here and go after the Ancient of Winds. Another Shockwave, doing a fair bit. We have a couple of red hit point Druids, not before they get Scroll of Healing, I guess. Tap Reservation is going to save the Demon Hunter from a surround, and it seems like the Beastmaster is the next target. He's being ensnared, but he does have a health potion to use. Scroll of the Beast is going to be utilized by the Orc unit, Orc army, and it's just going to get disenchanted by their own Spirit Walkers and snare onto the Demon Hunter, but he does have a fair amount of health to live through that. Cyclones onto both the Orc heroes, and the Tauren Chieftain is going to get Cyclone once again. He does have Great Healing Potion if he needs it. Ancient of War gets destroyed, but that's pretty much that. The Orc units are retreating, and not much has been lost for WarchiefRich,
player's
honestly.
forces are under
44 versus 48. We're still having a fight here. Probably not an ideal fight for WarchiefRich. Oh yikes, 2 hit points on that Blade Master. He does have the Greater Healing Potion, but he does not use it. Pretty ballsy there from Worker, but he probably needs to use it right now. We are going to have a counterattack from WarchiefRich. 44 versus 48 still, so yeah. Basically WarchiefRich lost like 5 supply worth of units, meanwhile Worker lost about 20, almost 20 I guess. Surround onto the Demon Hunter, but he is going to be preserved back home. Beastmaster is being focused down, but the Cyclone on the Blade Master is going to let that Beastmaster live a little bit longer. The Spirit Walkers focusing down on the Pocket Factory probably should focus down on the Druids, as the Druids are dealing a huge amount of damage on those Spirit Walkers themselves. Beastmaster is going to go for another TP scroll. How many TP scrolls have WarchiefRich burnt in this game? I don't know, but 36 supply for Worker, and that is going to be GG. So, yeah, just a fatigue battle from both sides. WarchiefRich basically won the game as soon as he destroyed all of those Orc burrows, prevented any future units from being created, and of course, just all the resources being sunk to replacing those burrows. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I hope the video wasn't too choppy. If it was, then hopefully I'll try to fix it next time, but I'm not going to cast a third time, sadly. Yeah, I need to get a video out as soon as possible anyway. Take care.